In Albany, the center of two rallies today, opposing sides of the state prison system. 7 News reporter Gage Kilborn shows us first the corrections officers and their supporters, thousands of them, with a message for the governor.
Do your job! Do your job!
That chant could be heard in Albany as hundreds, if not thousands, of corrections officers and their loved ones rallied outside the Capitol building.
It's heartwarming to see everyone come together all over the state to stand tall for, what we believe in peacefully.
In the crowd, hundreds of COs and supporters from North Country State prisons near Cape Vincent and in Gouverneur and Ogdensburg. Satch Sawyer couldn't go to the rally, but says it is amazing to see the size of the crowd who want safe working conditions for COs inside prisons, and the state law, the HALT Act, repealed. Meanwhile, HALT has taken on another meaning to COs, according to Sawyer.
The HALT Act is also causing a halt to my brothers and sisters out there. And what I mean by that is, we're hungry, we're angry, and we're lonely, and we're tired.
In Albany Tuesday, the governor heard the chants.
So all the screaming and yelling here will have no effect on me.
Hochul saying, "Do your job," right back at the COs in the rally outside.
They're in violation of law. We have laws on our books that are supposed to protect us from this situation. Therefore, they are violating New York state law at this moment.
While the COs are having their rally outside, inside the Capitol building, families of inmates were having a rally of their own. The people here upset over the latest death of an inmate at a state prison. 22-year-old Messiah Nantwi died over the weekend at Mid-State Correctional near Utica. 15 staff members are on administrative leave.
We are supporting a system of abuse. We are supporting, we are sanctioning, we are making legal by continuing to support. We are sanctioning a system of murder. Let's call it what it is.
There's no indication as to what happened to Nantwi. Two separate groups taking their messages to Albany, highlighting issues they see wrong with the state's prison system. Gage Kilborn, 7 News.